So I want to talk a little bit about relationship. I've had some interesting conversations recently about relationship and about partnership and about my specific attitudes about partnership and romantic relationship. First off, it's been interesting. I had a couple people, because I always refer to my partner. And so a number of people just assume that because I use the word partner that I had a male partner, which I thought was adorable. Um, I guess maybe there's other reasons why someone would assume that about me, but I'm not going to go there. Anyway, so I have a incredible female partner, and the relationship is one that I learn a ton from, and has been a profound uh, anchor, core, boost in so much of my spiritual path over the last almost 2 years um, that we've been together. And one thing that I wanted to touch on is, so someone I made a post recently where I was talking about my body and how it's changing as I get old, and I posted a picture of myself shirtless and how I still think I look good. I just don't look like what I looked like 10 years ago when I was like cut. And so I just said I'm thinking about it and kind of processing, coming to terms with the fact that I feel a little sexier now with clothes than without, whereas I used to I'm like, is the weather over 50 degrees? Oh, it's shirt off weather. Yeah. And so somebody made a comment like, well, if you weren't so, like, they're being flattering, because to talk about your body can very much sound like it's fishing for compliments, although that was not my real intent. But although who knows, maybe it was, maybe subconsciously I did want to be told that I still was sexy. But this person said, oh, you look so good. If you weren't in such a happy relationship, I'd be chasing you all around the festivals. And I was like, well, I should state that my relationship is amazing and it's open. And so I wanted to talk about what that meant. I've been in all different types of relationships over the years, and most of my relationships that have been successful have been non-traditional in some way. And by that I mean that we had to define for ourselves what our boundaries were. I think that there's basically two big groups. There's the traditional relationship where it's monogamous and follows the societal norms, and then there's everything else. And once you cross the line from outside of the storybook traditional relationship, you have to negotiate and talk and explain and figure it all out, because everybody's different. There's not like levels, like, oh, I'm a level 4 swinger. No, I mean, everybody's got all these different things that matter to them, or that trigger them, or that they have issues with, or they don't have issues with. It stirs their jealousy, that makes them turned on, and that everybody has these things that are very different. And so I'm a person who, like, there was a time in my life when, any sort of crazy, wacky sexual adventure was, I would have driven or flown cross country if there was a chance for a threesome. But I now don't crave that and at all, really. I mean, it's something that if all circumstances were beautiful and it was harmonious and it made, it just felt right, then yeah, that would be beautiful. But I'm really, the depth of expression and connection I have with my partner is so much more wonderful than I could have on a one-night stand or some sexual adventure. That being said, it is a really significant thing for me to know that there is room in my relationship to have those adventures if they felt right. And over the years, I've really kind of talked to a lot of people in all sorts of different relationships, and that's just what feels like for me. I was at actually the National Swingers Convention years and years ago, and was in a kind of a roundtable discussion. Everyone was talking about their particular boundaries and relationships and what worked for them. Because that's the cool thing, is that everyone has, for some people, cyber chatting with somebody is cheating. For other people, you can kiss them, but I don't want you having any sort of emotional connection. For other people, it's like, oh, I don't care who you could have people you spend tons of time with, but as long as you don't, everyone's rules are different. And so I met people, that would be like, oh, my wife's thing is gangbangs, so we invite like 9 guys over, and I'm like, whoa. But the thing that was the most like powerful to me was this older couple. I think they were probably in their 60s, and the guy, they went around and they said, hi, I'm Tony, and this is my wife, Jen, and we've been married for 30 years, and she is the most important person in my life. I love her more than anything, and I would give her anything. I would do anything for her. She asked, she said there was a flavor she wanted that was in India. I would swim the sea for it. And there's one thing that I can't give her, which is that exciting new feeling of flirting and kissing a new person, a new partner. And so the thing that I can give her is support her and allow her to do so. And not just that, when she has that tingling feeling, I love her so much that for her to have that experience makes me feel good. I feel good knowing that this person I love so much has having a fun, titillating experience. Her joy brings me joy. And I was like, that was the most romantic thing I've ever heard, and it was about a guy talking about letting other guys sleep with his wife. So, have been in varying degrees of that type of relationship over the years. And it's really, I am very aware and resonate with the idea that, the physical self and physical love and physical connection can happen on a very different level than an emotional love. And that if my heart, my deepest, let me take a step back. I've never had an experience of like polyamory. I've never had multiple partners that I had a deep love for all of them. That seems very hard and very challenging. I have had experiences where my partner and I have a profound, deep emotional connection, and we are okay with our partner, if it feels right to them, to be safe and experience the sexuality physically of another. I think that everyone on the planet is a gift. We are a gift. They are a gift. And if you find a trusting place where you feel like you want to exchange that physical gift and allow someone to experience your physical body, maybe even share an orgasm with them, share the most profound, deepest, transcendent expression of your physical being with another person, yay! Hooray! And if my partner finds a situation where that is the case and they want to share their gift and receive a gift from somebody else, that doesn't diminish the connection I have with them. Their joy brings me joy. That being said, there are all sorts of circumstances around that can stir me up and that can make me feel, jealous, or that can make me... And that is where the term compersion comes in that I learned recently, which is that it's that process of getting stirred up, feeling, emotional ego stuff, feeling societal patterns and judgments and things, and you go, and you get angry or stiff, and you go back to your process and go, wait a minute, I love this person, our relationship is not in jeopardy, I need to push the love through and go, oh no, their joy brings me joy. No, this is all fear, ego stuff that's here. Oh, okay, I'm okay with this. Not only am I okay with it, I'm now closer to them because I'm feeling this profound love and acceptance and support for them. Or going, oh, you know what? That's not okay. And that's another thing part is that it only works if you communicate fully and honor the others, no matter how irrational it is. Like, I met some people one time, they're like, look, you can basically do whatever you want to my wife, anything you want, but don't kiss her. It's like, that is too intimate, and that makes me crazy to see her kiss another guy. But, you know, by all means, here's candle wax and a baseball bat, you know. Like, what? And in a partnership, when you have these kind of, once you cross the line into your own definitions, you have to really honor that and say, look, for whatever reason, this doesn't feel good to me. And the other person has to go, done. It's on hold, it's on pause until we either have compersion and work through it, or never. That's just, that core has to be honored supremely. The awesome thing is that when that core is supremely, then there's all these opportunities for turn-ons and arousals, and the whole world becomes a stimulus for your love, that this couple's love, because there's not a competition. It's a process, though, and it's something that, you know, you really have to be committed, not necessarily to one another, but to the process and to the emotions of each other. Anyway, I wanted to just touch on that because I had a great conversation recently about the gift that we all are, and that seeing your partner as a gift to yourself as well as to the world does not necessarily have to be laden with jealousy. That's just, you know, everybody is wired differently, and everybody, you know, that wiring can change as you go through life, and this is just what resonates with me at this point in my journey right now. So if you see me at a festival and you want to flirt with me, that's the long answer is saying, yeah, you can give me an extra long hug or whatever else feels right in the moment.